I said Aristotle mom. Anyways, guys. So basically, we got the context, and we want to begin the introduction with the context. And what that means is this. I think the topic idea for this was how they suggest racism. How it suggests racism. And so you want to start the context off, right? You see this sentence with something broad, something that explains the idea. So you'd say the idea, blah blah blah. There's some subject. This is pretty obvious, right? But you want to put this here to set the scene, to hook the reader. And then you want to go into the real context. I remember writing introductions. I usually start off with this, but this will make you so generic. This is why you add the start. So this is the real context, and then you talk about the characters and what they deal with, right? Like, we can talk about the themes as well. So then you really go into your contention after. Like, this is my contention, and you talk about, instead of what your opinion is, say, I believe this, you just say, well, the characters of the text demonstrate blah blah blah, and talk about your impact, and like really go into your side of the argument, right? And you also don't go too in depth, right? Don't be like, oh, I go with this side, because you also want to be able to say, well, the characters also respond negatively, blah blah blah. You also say, however, it's in some instances, right? Yeah, the reason why you want to do that is because therefore in body paragraphs you can talk about more stuff. You talk about how maybe they don't go through racism, stuff like that. However, it's up to you. So you just make sure your content is very clear on what you are going for. And then the next one, it says in both text is the 3 ideas. So I just say in both text they take physical toll as well as and additionally, and then you want to continue finish your conclusion, your link with collectively. These texts convey the harmful nature of racism and discrimination through different protagonists and settings. Now the body paragraphs. Okay, so we got the body paragraph, and this is the general idea. The general idea as racism, so we need to begin with the general idea. I said the general idea was this. It took me a long time. I don't know if it sounds good, but this is the general idea. And then in each paragraph, in the rest of the paragraph, you have the similarities. So this is how I've structured mine, right? So I'm not sure where it is, but I know I've written like this. So I've written one similarity and another similarity of this idea of physical bruises and stuff. And then I said how in my actual sack when I wrote this, I wrote how what the author is trying to do. Like why the author's making this similarity, why the author is trying to convey, and what's similar about it. And then you also continue the differences, and then you explain what the author is trying to do. Okay, it's very important you do that. And also, I also want to recommend do film techniques in every paragraph. And therefore, that is kind of like, that is pretty much it. And this one, you can just waffle. I just say mid-shot. And you want to be specific as well. Don't say mid-shot just out of nowhere. Just be specific about a scene that you kind of remember. But make it up if you really have to. The quotes, I'm not really that good with them. But, just try to make it up. So that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you. Also, okay. This is very important. There's 1 hour, okay, of the entire sack, okay. So what you want to do is there's going to be say intro. Planning is very important. Do not sleep on planning, okay. BP1, BP2, BP3, conclusion, okay. So the plan is, right, you should spend 5 minutes planning. And the way I plan in these sacks, right, is I go, okay, this is my contention. And then I go out like, okay, this body paragraph 1, similarities, differences, BP2, similarities, differences. And I continue that with all my arguments, and I also put in quotes that I kind of remember as well. So I make sure I go spread out as much as I can and go as messy as you can in this planning stage. And then you should now you have like 55 minutes. Now what do you do? Now introduction should take maybe 10 minutes. Okay, no more, no less. 10 to 15. Okay, because then it gets really deep, because now you have 45 minutes left to finish your writing. So now 45 minutes is going to be distributed. 40 minutes are going to be distributed between all this. Okay, because it's just really important. So what's 40 divided by 3 is, I believe, like 13. So you have like 13 minutes to complete each one, and your conclusion should take no less than 5. Okay. Now, what you can do, okay, is I suggest maybe Each of these actually take 10 minutes. And this one take 5. Now you have an extra, so this 40, 50, 10 minutes review. You want to go back into your writing and change a lot of the words. Okay? This is what made last year's what I did to get an A+. This year, I'd actually skip this step entirely. And my grades for English are low-key kind of ass. But this SAC, you know, guys, I'm going a bit crazy. But anyways, that's kind of it. This is kind of my kind of go-to plan, boys. And that's it, guys. Thank you.